Hi everyone. So I am here to do the Reading in the Dark tag. This was created by Books I'm Not Reading, and I was tagged by Suey's Book Banter. Go check out their channels. I will link it down below. Both have great videos. So, number 1. Did you ever read under the covers with the flashlight as a kid? If so, do you have any memorable books or experiences? Please share them with us. So, no, I can't say I ever really did. Probably when I was older and I had my Nook and stuff, or even now. Um, I'll read on my phone because I have the apps and stuff on my reading apps on my phone and stuff. If it's cold and I'm trying to stay warm and stuff, maybe then. But actual books, like when I was a kid, no. I did, however, used to read Goosebumps to fall asleep. Because as much as I love reading, it can make you a little bit tired at night. So that's as far as books being read at night went. I love reading. But I've never read under the covers. Do you read when you wake up in the middle of the night as an adult? Do you use your e-reader, booklight, light on your nightstand? Please share memorable books and or memorable experiences. That really depends, honestly, with work schedules and stuff. Like if I didn't have to be at work that day, and let's say I woke up at 4 in the morning or something, because maybe I napped earlier, so I woke up earlier and stuff, and it was quiet, peaceful, nothing's going on. Maybe I'll make myself some tea, or if I really want to stay up, maybe some coffee. And, I might read. Or if I can keep it low enough where I can hear, not to wake anybody else up, I might listen to an audiobook. So, yeah, it really depends. Like, if I have to go to work, no, I'm trying to go back to bed. But, yeah, sometimes it's just nice to get up, have it really nice and quiet, and just relax and enjoy a book and just be able to be fully immersed into that story. But obviously, it depends on how tired you are when you wake up too. But yeah, I have. I've gotten up and started reading. Maybe not right away, like I said, I might have some coffee and stuff, but yeah, I've done that. Power outage. What have your reading experiences been when the lights won't turn on? The TV is dead, the computer is out. Do you read then? When I was younger, no, because there really wasn't any light. Because, at some point, e-readers and stuff weren't a thing. Maybe now I would, but we really haven't had any major power outages. And the other thing is, when there's power outages, I'm trying to save my batteries and stuff, because I don't have my e-reader currently. I do have a Nook. It's in storage. So if I had that, I would be when power does go out. So I guess it really depends. When I was younger, no. Reading ignorance. Did you ever read a book because you realized you were completely in the dark about a particular subject or genre? What was the book and the experience like? I would say probably books on when I was studying about paganism, which I still am. I knew very little about Wicca, and even from reading the books that I did, I still knew very little. I also read a book not too long ago. It was not very long, but it was like, basic introduction to Norse religion and stuff like that. Um, I also read one on Cometicism. I think the Norse one was literally just called something within like Norse mythology or Norse myth, I think. Um, I've read The Idiot's Guide to Wicca and Witchcraft. Oh, the Kemetic book, I can't remember offhand. Might have been Circle of the Sun or something like that. I'll have to look up the name of it again. But the author is on YouTube. And I think her name is Sharon Laborde or D. Laborde. I feel bad, I can't remember. But I know her name is Sharon, I believe. And she actually has a channel called Kemetic Independent, if I remember that's the correct name of it, where she talks about the Kemetic religion. And for anybody who doesn't know what that is basically Egyptian paganism or beliefs. Reading blindly. Do you ever read a novel without knowing anything about it? You haven't read the back of the book or any reviews. You just jump in. Maybe not reviews all the time, but I definitely will read the back of a book. Just because I have so many books I have to get through. And, if I'm going to go buy a book, let's say I'm in a thrift store or something, as cheap as they can be, the money adds up and everything. So I want to at least take a chance on something that I'm maybe going to enjoy and not want to get rid of. I mean, you still take that chance, even if you read the back, but it's a better chance, at least for me. 6. Other dark places. Camping, cars, basements, the movies. What are any other dark places you have read, maybe unexpectedly? Share any books or memorable experiences reading. I would say in the car a lot, but maybe not when it's dark. But then again, like I said, now probably on my phone and stuff I would. Don't really have too many memorable experiences, I would say. Maybe it's just because I just enjoy reading and I pick up books whenever I can. But, like for reading early in the morning, I would say I did that probably a lot, like when I had my first apartment. And it wasn't the best, but we lived across from the library. Wasn't a huge library, but we lived across the street from it. It was like not even that busy, but I liked it. That was a fun experience in my view. I probably read a lot and read a lot and wrote a lot. When we had to stay in the car for about a week before we got into a shelter when we unfortunately were experiencing homelessness. But thank God that's all over. But reading definitely kept me going. Other than my family, but like a thing, that kept me going. Was probably reading and writing. 7. Epiphany. The lights are on. What books or books have given you a proverbial, if I can talk, light bulb over your head, something that really illuminated an idea to you? Share the book and reading experiences. Books that gave me ideas. There's definitely books that have made me think and made me want to know more about things. So I would say books like The Giver, The Hunger Games, those really make you think about choices and, how we treat people and what our fears do to us and stuff like that. There's also books that open me up to different writing styles, like The House on Mango Street. I've been wanting to write a book that has like vignettes and stuff because I thought that was a really interesting style. Yeah, there's probably a lot. 8. Tag some booktubers. I don't know who has done this tag, so if you are watching and you haven't done it, I tag you. Anyways, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.